What up, guys? A Rodz RC here, giving you a little pre-tour of the indoor course that I started, showing you some of the materials that I've used. I know the video that I first started, it was just the raw materials, but this is what I've got started. I did have this kind of up like that. Gave it a test run. It wasn't really working how I wanted it to for the trucks. So my plan is to start this a little higher. It was all the way down. I didn't really like that. So my plan is to lift this end a little bit, fill this in with a little bit more great stuff, glue this here. And maybe, this is my tallest truck, there could be a possible way of the trucks fitting underneath here. But this would have to be, this is my tallest truck, the RGT. And it would barely make that. So well, looks like we're going to have to maybe do something else here. Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to I'm going to fill this area with some great stuff. Have the trucks come down here, go up this, come down. Got the little treasure chest for, I'm going to stick it underneath here, just for little looks, cool little look. Go up here, come down here, go up this corner that the RGT is currently on. Let me get the chopper out of the way. Come up here, go down into the tunnel, out here, up and over. Need to fill this in a little bit. And I might build up, or I might just make this a finishing point and kind of finish it off there. I am going to make it a sectional. I want to at some point connect the 3 into a U, hang from my ceiling, bring down when I want to play with them, stash it back up in the ceiling when I'm done. So I also have to think of that while I'm doing this. So what I could do is I could build up here, make that, possibly a finishing point for a one piece. And then on my next piece, make it so that you can connect from this hill to the next. That's what we'll do. All right, so got the glue gun out. I already did glue this once. I am very indecisive. Just in case you were all wondering. Yes, this will be the second time I'm gluing this here. Excuse me. Real quick rundown of some of the products I'm using. I've got my glue gun, hot glue gun, a bunch of different spray paints, Rust-Oleum Stone. I couldn't find a green textured one. I can't find it anywhere in my area. Went to the hobby store and I found some moss green. I don't know if you can see that. Here. With the model trains and stuff. This is pretty comparable to the Rust-Oleum Stone texture. I put some of that in this area here, just little areas. It's a small can, so I'm using it sparingly. Some Rust-Oleum camo, a couple different shades of green, some Rust-Oleum hammered and their multicolored texture. I also used some Krylon stone on this rock here mostly. It's pretty awesome stuff. It's almost out. Need some more. Of course, your great stuff. I might have already mentioned that. Back here, I have some little trees. I put some out on the outdoor course on Bigfoot Mountain. If you've seen some of the prior videos, these are like snow-kissed, I guess you can say. Those could go here. I have 3 pieces that I'm going to make for this thing. These wooden skill sticks. I got these at Walmart. Thinking about using them for a camera base in the middle. I have the DJI Pocket 2, which has the follow feature. Hopefully I can get that to work and have it follow the trucks close up and personal on the indoor courses for some future videos. But yeah, these are pretty cool. I seen these on a Facebook group. Somebody posted these, that they were making something for their indoor course with these. And they have the little notches pre-cut in them, so they snap together really easily. I also got my artificial moss here. They have all sorts of colors. I'm going to get another pack with the orange and purple moss. I like that out on my outdoor course. Didn't last too long, but I think if I do it right on the indoor course, it should last like it should. Also got the plaster cloth. The plaster cloth I use to put over these. A lot of you guys, might know this, but to those that are just getting started, I crunch these up, wetten the plaster cloth in a bowl of water or whatever, lay it over these, and that's what this, and these 2 little fixtures are. These are the little muffin trays. These are just some aluminum trays that I got from the dollar store. 2 packs, get your plaster cloth. And yeah, that's pretty much the supplies that I'm using. I don't know if you can see back here, I have the red, death guards, I guess. If the thing's going to be up high, I kind of wanted something to, prevent the trucks from falling all the way down to my concrete floor that I have here in my basement. So I got these saver sticks in red, so just so you know, if you hit them, that means you got to start over. You would have died. I'm going to have them not around the whole course, but just on the parts where you're up in the air and close to the edge. Most side is like that, so that's why I have them over here. I have some in the corner. Depending on placement of the other course, I might or might not put some on that side. This seems like it should be all right now. Let's finish this bottle off. Whoa there, buddy. Let's finish this bottle off if we can. Hopefully it doesn't spew everywhere, because it's an older can that I used the other day. Just poked it with a toothpick. The other day I almost got sprayed in the face doing that. So just so you know, if you're reopening a used can of great stuff, don't do it like that. And we're good. I got my gloves on because this stuff sucks to get it on your skin. I learned that lesson the hard way a lot when I was building my outdoor course. This stuff was all over my arms, hands, ruined a couple pairs of shorts and shirts. So I think that should be good enough to hold for an entrance up in here. I'll repaint that. So that I think should be good. Come up over here, through here. I'll add some moss in this section here to kind of make it not look so, I guess, fake. but we'll add some stuff there. Drape some moss over this. Put some buried treasure underneath here. It'll look pretty cool. About this mini crawler hobby, I like building the courses for them too, man. It's super fun. You know, you can get super creative, do what you think your trucks are capable of. This is my first go, besides the outdoor course that I have outside. I think this can is Dunzo. Man, I think so. I gotta fill that in just a little bit. So yeah, gloves are good with this stuff. And a lot of paper towels or disposable rags if you got them, because you're going to be doing a lot of wiping. I got my apron on. Oh, see? That's why. Man, lucky that was on the floor. And that's it for that guy. And I just said make sure you got rags. I got rags. Oh, okay. All right. Next, we're going to fill in this area here, because like I said, I tried it last night, and coming in through here, the trucks just get stuck. Wasn't really thinking on my part when I made that, so we're going to fill that in, so when they do approach it, there may be a little dip, but nothing that's going to be impossible. You know, if I'm giving you some good ideas, if you like what you see, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I want to keep videos coming out on the daily for you guys, if you like them. So any comments, any suggestions, what you think I should add, you know, what my next theme should be for my next section. You know, maybe this will be a rocky land, next will be a snow land, and then third a jungle. Or if I should keep it all, you know, one theme. You know, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna fill this in a little bit. I think I almost prefer the red can over the Big Gaps black can. It doesn't rise as much, and I don't think it's as bubbly as the Big Gaps can. So just put a little in here. That should be good. I also like to go over it with my finger and pop these once they're starting to dry, to make it have some texture once it does dry, or else you'll just have big, smooth, you know, bubbles that don't really look like rocks too much. There won't be any jagged surface for anything to grip to. So I just go through, kind of, and you'll know once, if you do this yourself, you'll see. It's kind of like the bubbles popping and the texture is getting exposed from the great stuff, which makes it look a little more rock realistic. Just go through here, little tap, 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 all the way through. Give it some texture so it's not so rounded over here. I think that should be good for the trucks to come down and not get stuck in a little rut. That's good to go. That's good to go. All right. Next, I think we're going to work on the camera stand / watchtower. I'm going to add some moss here. It's sheet moss. It's not the little pieces of moss. But I'm going to add some moss here. I'm going to attach that with my hot glue gun. Make sure it's a generous amount, especially around the edges where this is going to be laying. Lots of hot glue. Lots of hot glue I use on these projects. This is the Gorilla Glue. It dries super fast. So work fast and smart. Don't get great stuff on your electrical cord like I just did. Or put your moss almost in your great stuff. That would have not been good. But I would have learned from it, right? Nice. That's going to look real nice there. Okay. Make sure that that sets. These are going to be indoors. It's not like there's going to be, you know, wind and the elements messing with it. So this should be good. If you got a spray bottle and you got artificial moss and you want it to last longer, go ahead and spray it down with some water every so often. Once you see that it's getting dry, it will last longer if you do that. I've learned. Well, it won't be as crumbly sooner. If you know what I mean.